Guys, what's up? It's your girl Camera Ray, and you're watching Camera Ray Music TV. And I'm finally back with the Real Housewives of Atlanta reviews. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below to my channel. Ooh, let me back this up. Like my video, share the video, comment down below on what you thought about this week's episode, child. I'm so mad I missed last week's wig party because it was a mess. So anyway, I'm back. And we're here to discuss. I'm on my laptop because my SD card reader, I don't know where it went. It's a lot going on tonight. I'm trying to meal prep, trying to just a lot going on. And then this Married to Medicine LA is on, and I think I want to review it, but I realized it was episode 2, and I'm like, when was episode 1, child? I'm just all over the place, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. So now that we've got the salutations out of the way, let's get into this review. Okay, so I'm gonna get into my notes here. I don't know what episode it is, none of that, but you guys know last week Kandi and Portia had went up in Nene's closet and she was telling them not to go in, but she seemed like she was a little bothered by it, but she wasn't really tripping like that. She didn't get triggered until the cameraman walked over there. The producers was in there. That's when she got up. She pulled the man's shirt, ripped the man's shirt, and I'm thinking, where did you get the shirt from that it ripped that easy? But she pulled the man's shirt, ripped the shirt. There was a lot of commotion going on, but it was looking like she was trying to put her hands on Portia. And, Portia's pregnant, and there's this whole thing going on with this belt. Nobody knows, and Portia knows, and Nene knows, but Portia not really saying. So it's just a little weird, okay? So we get some recaps. If I can get to my notes here, we get some recaps. We get Marlo, Kandi, and Portia meeting up for like a lunch brunch deal. And then Eva, Shamari, and Tanya meeting up to kind of, go over what happened. So, everybody pretty much recalls the same things, but they're kind of reflecting, whenever you have a room in your place and you don't want people to go in there, it's very disrespectful for people to go in there. We had lots of people running around here for the wedding, and, I'm a pretty open person, so I didn't have places where people just couldn't go. I mean, it's an apartment, so it ain't too many places that you can't go up in here, but to have a house of that magnitude and you're on television, I can understand why she didn't want it on camera. But it's like, if she did not want them up in her space like that, then she should have went back downstairs. There's a lot of points where this could have been avoided, right? It's like, all these women had to come upstairs because you weren't coming downstairs. You were kind of being rude to your guests. You had this party anyway, knowing, what was going on with Greg. So it's like you have to accept everything that comes with that. So once you start having this party and then you get affected and then you go upstairs and then you've been upstairs for all this time, the ladies are wondering, like, what are we doing here? What is the premise? Kandi's like, I got a million billion other things I could be doing. So what are we doing? And so they have to come upstairs to you. So once they come upstairs to you, were they out of line for going to your closet? Probably so. But Kandi, for sure, has known you for a long while. So she probably didn't think of it, y'all, Twitter. She probably didn't think of it as anything like that, right? She just like, oh, I'm over here. I wanted to see your closet. Let me go see it. The thing about it is, I have two ways that I feel about it. Nene could have made sure her closet was going to be together because you got all these women coming to your house. So pretty much essentially the whole house need to be together because you've seen in the past any part of the house could be on camera, on somebody's phone, on somebody shading you because a little corner is like a mess somewhere. So your whole house need to be together pretty much. Now, the other part of it is she probably did not anticipate ever being up in her room, but because of her breakdown, she ended up there. So, I don't know, there's a lot of parts to that, but the ladies are recapping. Marlo does not recall all of this happening. I'm like, was Marlo drunk? Did she leave early? No, she was there. So, I'm a little confused why Marlo don't know what's going down. This whole belt thing, even on Watch What Happens Live right now, they acting like they don't know what's going on with the belt, and you're going to have to tune into the reunion to find out what's going on with the belt. So I think that Nene might have put her hands on Portia, and Portia don't want to put her out there like that. She knows that it will essentially drag her name down to put it out there that Nene put her hands on her over a freaking closet, and this is a pregnant woman, and that would I think Portia's trying to be an understanding friend. Like, yeah, you did have a lot going on, so I don't want to put you out there like that. Which is very compassionate of her because I'm sorry. If you put your hands on me and I'm pregnant, I don't know if I'm going to be as forgiving. You know, Nene's going through a lot of things, understandably so. But to be just nasty, vicious, mean, bitter, just angry towards these people who ain't did nothing to you, it's just a little far-fetched. So, I don't know. Shamari and Eva and Tanya are talking about Shamari just being drunk, y'all. Last week, she threw up on Eva's shoes. She threw up all in Nene's bathroom. And Shamari don't recall a doggone thing. She was touching all on Eva and touching on Tanya, and she don't remember none of it. So the ladies are laughing it off, you know. Understand that she's a mom of twins, 2 toddler twins, and she likes to get out. She likes to have fun. They don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it until it gets to a point where you are doing too much. Like, you have to have a limit. Or if you're going to drink, like, maybe drink when you're at home. Have a glass of wine here and there. Are you still breastfeeding? Is that why you're not doing that? I feel like when people don't get a chance to do something, when they finally have the freedom, they just go all out. I remember being in basic training. We had a point where we could go out and, like, have... I don't even remember what it was called, but basically we could go to the store and like the BX and like the food court and stuff. So when you're in basic training, you're away from all that. Okay, you're away from candy, like any of your little essentials that you enjoy, you're away from all that. But they gave us this time, like 4 hours to go out and just do what we wanted. So I felt like it was like a check to see how crazy you're going to go. These girls were having pizza, candy, soda, ice cream, and they were so sick that night. And I was just like, literally, we have been shut off from all the junk food for all these weeks. You had to know you was going to get sick if you attacked it like that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Like, Shamari is being a good mom, good wife at home. You know, she's not having anything to drink, not partying or nothing, keeping it all encased and bottled. And so when she gets out there, it just is like when you shake a soda up and just lets it out, just gets everywhere, okay? Shamari's going to learn, though. So, let me see. So Cynthia and Eva, they go to get some colonics, y'all. We've seen this a couple times on reality TV shows. I think Phaedra used to get them. I don't know how I feel about this. Number 1, on camera. Number two. I just don't know. Like, there was a couple girls on Twitter saying that it don't feel that bad. It feels really great. It's great for you. It's therapeutic. And I'm sure it is. But I just don't know how I feel about something pulling from me. Or are you pooping essentially, or is it pulling it out of you? Is it sending water up through there and is it like an enema? Like, what is happening? And I don't know that I want too many details. They was showing like tubes and stuff, and I was like, if I see little dookie balls come through there, I'm gonna be very upset. So they're doing that. Mike Hill calls Cynthia while she's getting that done, and she answers, and I'm just like, girl, that's not even your husband. I understand it's her man, but I'm like, I have a whole husband. We've been together for 3 years, and I don't even know that I would do that while I'm on there. No. So, Eva's talking about her wedding struggles, right? The budget has gone up. She still can't find this reception dress. So she's asking Cynthia, what kind of stuff did you go through with your wedding? Well, we remember when Cynthia was getting married to Peter, what kind of drama it was, because her family didn't essentially like him. And that flashback, honey, it should humble a lot of those girls, because them flashbacks, the girls looked a mess. And I'm sure for that time they were glamorous to us, but in today's standards, it looked a mess. Okay. So, let me see. So they're just kind of commiserating about wedding stuff. And even me watching that, I was just getting this cringeworthy feeling, like, just wedding, like, ugh. My wedding is over. Praise God. But I feel them. I get all of that. Because even later on when Eva goes to, she finally gets her reception dress. She had a stylist come up with this dress. Beautiful. Eva is a very beautiful woman. So she looks flawless in this dress. Even at that point where she's nervous to see if her mom's going to be accepting of this dress, because remember how much drama she was giving her before with the dresses, I was just like, you do all this stressing and all this organizing, and you spend all this money for 5 hours, for 6 hours in one day. It's not even a full day. I mean, everybody comes out, everybody flies out. It's great memories, it's pictures and everything. So it's lasting. You love it. You're with the man of your dreams, your best friend, all of that. But it's like so much stress. So anyway, Eva's friend Tiffany, one of 7 bridesmaids, comes out, and she's in this like beet colored plum beat type of dress, and it was beautiful. And Tiffany, remember, is the friend that Giovanna is also, or Giovanna, y'all, she corrected old girl last week or this week. Was that this week? Last week. And she comes out in her dress, and I guess that's the friend that she knows and all that. But Eva's really close to her. They went to Clark Atlanta together. So I wanted to mix that in because the wedding stuff, y'all, if you're about to have a wedding, reach out to me because I can help you out. But it's definitely a lot of stress. The stress does pay off essentially, but we're so relieved that it's done. We're getting all the thank you cards in the mail. Oh my gosh. So, and we're crazy because we're in school and working, so we did it like in like conjunction with going to school and going to work, and we have people in and out over here, and I made photo backdrops. I'm gonna do a whole video on that though. I'm gonna do a DIY, I'm gonna do my advice, I'm gonna do things to avoid, I'm gonna do it all because it would be a shame to keep all this stuff to myself. So anyway, back to this review. So Shamari and Ronnie. Shamari's chilling with Ronnie before he goes out back on the road. And Shamari is talking about her practices, her rehearsals that she's been doing for Candy's burlesque sex dungeon show. And she's telling Ronnie about her drunken stupor and how she was touching all on Tanya and touching all on Eva. And Ronnie actually looks a little worried, okay? First, he was like, in fun, right? And she's like, yeah, in fun. But then he's kind of like, you touching on all these women, that could lead to a separation. And understandably so, right? Shamari's trying to convince him, like, this is not happening. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You better not be running around on me. But Shamari, you got to have a cap. You got to have boundaries, okay? That's why I say a glass of wine a day ain't going to hurt nobody. 2 glasses a week, at the house. So then when you get out in the streets, you're not just a wild animal and losing your mind and touching on people. You don't remember stuff. It could lead to other things, So Shamari's a lot of fun, but she does need to kind of cap it somewhere. And remember, she's much younger than Ronnie. So Ronnie's had his time. He's been partying and on the road since he was a child. So Shamari essentially needs that time. Okay, let's see. All right, so Portia and Lauren are at the house, and they are getting the details together for the gender reveal party that Dennis don't want. But Portia is over the top, and she's got to have a gender reveal party. They're also recapping on the whole bi-wig party, and it still looks here like Portia is making all these accommodations. Let me put this phone down. Portia is making all these accommodations for Nene because her husband has cancer, right? It's very stressful. You're also his caretaker. He's back in the hospital for a blood clot. He's in and out. He's losing weight. He's a little grumpy. He's cranky. So you're trying to be the good friend and be there for her, but you're also pregnant. So you also have your own emotions that come with it, right? So when your own safety is in question, it's kind of like, why are you still making accommodations for this person that don't give a good goddamn about how they make you look, about how they're even talking to you on this television screen, and everybody's making all these excuses for Nene because of what she's going through, forgetting that it's Greg. It's Greg going through it. Yes, she's the caretaker, but that don't give her all this free range to just act a mess towards everyone, literally everyone. The way she was talking to Marlo last week, that's not how you talk to a friend, even if you had a bad day. Like, I just don't. Could not be me, okay? So anyway, so they're recapping on that, and she's saying that Portia's saying she's going to give Nene a chance to calm down and stay out of her way. And she is better than me because, I am a very friendly person. I believe in friendships. I believe in staying tied to people, keeping in contact with them. But I also know when friendships have run their course, okay? When you just You're not clicking no more. You don't have any similarities anymore. And also, another thing is, if I'm making all these accommodations for a person, when things are happening in their life and they don't make the same accommodations for me, it's like I got to go. I cannot continue to make accommodation after accommodation because your husband is sick. Well, at some point, that nastiness, I don't warrant that type of energy. So why are you giving it to me? Child, I could not, I will not, I shall not. Nini's out of line to me. Okay. But, oh, I forgot to say. So, Portia, I guess she had texted Nene and was apologizing to her, and then Nene apologized to her. Now, did Nene apologize because Portia apologized first? I don't know. But they're saying that at this reunion, it was a mess, child. Nene was not very happy. She unfollowed everyone on the show. Except for who? Except for Marlo. But is Marlo a castmate? I don't know, but she unfollowed everyone on the show. So I don't know. And they catered to Nene because she's the OG on the show. But y'all remember when she left the season? The show did just fine. Okay. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself till I see this reunion. So Candy's dress rehearsal for her show, okay? It's the night before. Everybody's getting it together. She got burlesque. She got Candy. She got Cynthia there. She got Shamari performing. And at first I was like, oh, Candy's real calm for this to be like the dress rehearsal. And then the next day, like, am I moving too fast? Oh, yeah, I'm moving too fast. So they're doing the dress rehearsal. They're going through everything. They're singing. Everything's going well. And Ronnie shows up, brings Shamari. Shamari is killing it. Looks good. Blonde hair. I love it on her. She can really do no wrong when it comes to the looks. Even the natural hair last week, that looked good. So actually, I take that back. I totally forgot about her decline in the beginning of the season. Well, I'm going to say that she's gotten it together now. And she's much more up to date. Let's say that. Okay. So anyway, Chill walks in. Cynthia and Mike Hill. And her and Candy are kind of going back and forth. Are you going to kiss me? Do you want me to kiss you? And Mike Hill looked a little uncomfortable. And I said, babe, you might not want to get on the plane because it's about to get freaky on this stage. And if you have any insecurities, they will be called out here on today. Okay, so he seems like he's kind of playful. He don't really mind it too much. And hopefully they didn't have no issues because of this. All right, so we're going to mix this with the show. So we get to the show. It's like 3 or 4 hours before the show. They did no full run through because Candy's saying that the day before, they were trying to get one out, but they couldn't get one done. And, so they've never done a full run through, which is not good, okay, for the day of the show. Shamari shows up. She has like laryngitis. She's sipping tea. She's clearly going to have to lip sync for the show. But just like any good singer, she has a pre-recorded track. And so she'll be fine. Just mouth the words or whatever, which would probably be better anyway to lip sync versus doing all this sexy moving and stuff and being out of breath and getting shaded for your singing, okay? So we see lots of different people throughout the night. We see Rashida. We see Delicious. We see, lots of little different cameos, okay? So this is not just a burlesque show. This was a sex show. I seen women in pasties. I seen lots of leather. And I just was wondering, what does the room smell like? What does the room smell like? Candy did her thing, okay? She flipped something that was negative into a positive, and I believe now she's taking it on the road on tour. I will say that she was saying that they put it together in a couple weeks, so they didn't have a lot of time to rehearse anyway. So her main message was just get on stage, have a good time, have fun. The good thing about Black people, the good thing about Atlanta, the good thing about, just coming together and putting together shows, you can just throw some stuff together like that on the stage and everybody's going to support you because number 1, you're Candy. Number 2, it's Black people. Number 3, it's Atlanta. And we're having a good time, right? So it looked like a lot of fun. Tanya came. She was playing the part. She had her anime wig on. She was dressed down, okay? Marlo came. She was dressed in her red. And for some reason, I didn't know that they were going to dress the part at the show. I didn't know that was communicated. But lots of people was coming in their clothes. Ooh, I did. I didn't mean to say it like that. But anyway, Cynthia, so she's this whole time she don't know what she gonna be doing on stage. Now, my anxiety would have been up. I would have needed a few good shots, okay? A few good men and a few good shots. Because you're gonna have me on stage, it's a sex show, I'm clearly in a relationship. How far are we gonna take this? It's on television. What are we doing? Yes, I'm flexible. Yes, I play around with you and stuff. But Cynthia's also very green screen. Y'all can't see the green, but she's also very green, very shy. She don't be doing all of that. Okay, not that we can see, not for everyone else. So Candy comes out and she asks her about her moistivity tendencies. Okay, and I was like, oh no. And so she's asking her that, and she straddles her. She get on top of her, and she moving, and she humping her, and I was just like, Marlo was just like, okay, and it was a good show. It was a good show. Lots of fun. The ladies were in good spirits. So they go backstage, and Marlo is talking about Shamari and Tanya's drinking issue. And, Shamari can't talk. So Tanya's trying to talk to Marlo for her. Tanya's a very positive person. All right. You can see, you're not going to get an altercation out of her. You're just not going to get it. She was talking to Marlo and she was just like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, or whatever the heck she was saying. But she was also voicing, what Shamari's whole thing was. She has twins. She's out. When she gets out, she wants to have a good time. And, Shamari's just amening on the side. Okay? And I don't feel like that need to be explained. Let the girl have her fun. If you feel like she's getting out of control, at least she's not in a club somewhere. They were at the house. Dang. I mean, Shamari did throw up, and I would have been very highly upset if somebody threw up in my doggone bathroom. Okay, so let me see. Oh, I did see not Shamari. Her name just left my mind. Like, I know her name because she married the African dude. She had a glamorous wedding. She was Portia's friend, and she was Candy's friend. Why can't I remember her name? Shamia was there, and Shamia, I was noticing her title on the screen kept changing. It was Portia's friend, then it was Candy's friend, now it's back to being Portia's friend. That's weird. I want to know why she's not on the show. Then she declined, didn't know that she could sing. All this stuff I didn't know about Shamia. But anyway, you guys, I'm so glad to be back reviewing this crazy show for y'all. The reunion's coming up. I think I'm going to do Star this week. This week is spring break. So I'm so happy because I'm like, I can get my life back on track with these videos, get my videos back posted. Grad school is going great so far. Thanks for asking. Anyway, you guys better comment down below on what you guys thought about this week's episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm Camaray, and this is Camaray Music TV. Make sure you guys subscribe down below, like the video, share the video, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time.